Good afternoon. How's your day going? I hope that all of you stay such in good condition. Today's occasion, I'm so glad because me and my team, Group 7, are given a chance from Mr. Andre to present you or explain to you a material in intermediate writing course entitled Personal and Business Letter. Firstly, let me introduce my team. My team, Group 7, consists of 3 people. The first is Nika de Emiliana, the second is Gusti Ngurah Harga Digantara, and the third is myself, Luputu Damayanti. For the beginning, the first material will be explained by my friend Melly. So, everyone, let's check this out.
Okay Dama, thanks for the time. And now, before I continue to the definition, let's do a brainstorming. So guys, do you know what is a letter? Are you familiar with this word? Please drop your answer in the comment box. Alright then, thanks for the participation. So, in a simple word, a letter is a direct or personal written or printed message addressed to a person or organization. Okay, next, I will start with the definition. As you can see on the slide, personal letter are letters that we write to people we know well, such as our friends or family. Next, business letter is a letter delivered from one company to another. Next, the second is social function of them. Personal letter has 4 social functions, such as spelling bad or good news, asking for help, and others. Meanwhile, a business letter is used for dealing with any business necessity. 3 is about the type of personal letter. For your information, actually 3 is no specific type on this letter because it depends on the writer's intention. But here are the types in general. First is get well letter for showing our empathy. Love letter for confessing our love. Pen friend letter for our pen friend, of course. And the last is congratulation letter for congratulating other success. Then next presentation will continue by Arya. So Arya, the time is yours.
Okay, Melly, so thank you for the time. Let me continue the material. Okay, as you can see on this slide, we provide you an example of personal letter. Okay, next, let's move to the type of business letter. First is general business letter, which contains some general activities. And the second is letter of recommendation for friend to a certain company. Next, number 3 is complaint letter for complaining disappointed service. And number 4 is letter of inquiry for asking about the cost and availability of a product. Next, number 5, instruction letter for explaining procedure. And then the last is a sales promotion letter for promoting and service product. And next, here we also provided you some example of business letter and inquiry and recommendation letter. Okay, if you can see, this is example of business letter. This is an inquiry and recommendation letter. And then let's move to the generic structure and how to make personal letter. The first is recipient address, or in bahasa alamat penerima, and next is deadline, and then salutation, or in bahasa salam pembuka, and for example it can be dear or my beloved, and next the name, next body, and next closing, and next closure, or bahasa salam penutup, and then the last you can add your signature on in bahasa kalian bisa menambahkan tanda tangan kalian pada surat tersebut. And next, to write personal letter, just remember these three things. So first is decide the recipient address and what's the letter for. Next, number 2 is write everything there. So need tense rules, and decorate as you want, like that. And the last is number 3, and recheck your letter and make sure it contains the sender's name. Okay, then the presentation will continue by my friend Dama. So Dama, this time is yours.
Hi all, back again with me, and here I'd like to explain you the next material. The next section, entitled Generic Structures and How to Make a Business Letter. As you can see on the slide, we provide you the generic structures of business letter. When you have a look again, the generic structures is similar with personal letter generic structures, but a business letter structures has some additional contents. The first is heading, which contains company's name, company's address, and company's contact. Then the second, deadline, which shows us when the letter is made and sent. The third, inside address, includes the names of recipients, his or her address, and also his or her job and position. Then, of course, we have salutation, next letter context or body, then closure, and complementary closing, and the last, signature at the end. That's the generic structures of business letter. And the next, here we provide you principles in making a business letter. Actually, for your information, what we provide you today, just a very general principles in making a business letter. Because, as you know, business letter has so many types, and each type has its own writing style or writing principle in making it. So we just provide you the very general principles. There are 5 principles. First is decide the aim. Here, you should decide the kind of the letter that you will make or what for. For example, if you want to do promoting your product or services, you can use sales promotion letter. Next, identify. In the identify, you should decide the recipient's name, address, job, and position. The third, use plain English. Use plain English means that you should use such an effective sentence as possible as you can, because the reader will only notice the core of business letter. For example, instead using as per request, you can use as requested for the better letter. The fourth, accepted letter form. In a business letter, there are 2 accepted business letter form. The first is semi-block and the second is modified block, and I will provide you the example of this form after this. Fifth, appropriate format. In this section, you should pay attention on how you regulate the margins, spacing, and the third is indentation. Here, as I said previously, we provide you the example of semi-block and modified block. Okay, that's all our material about a personal and business letter. Now, we have 2 challenges for you all, and this is the first challenge. In the first challenge, we invite you to find the difference of these 2 letters and identify which letter is personal and which letter is business. To answer this challenge, you can write your answer in the chat box or comment box, or you can make us a video that showing your explanation in finding the difference and how. Are you get it? Okay, next. Here we also have the second challenge for you all. Okay. In this challenge, we invite you to arrange this messy business letter to be a good one, to be a good letter. If you want to answer the challenge, you can make another video that show yourself in trying to arrange these things. And if you already done with that, you can send your video into our channel YouTube. And this is the key answer of our second challenge. By writing in this slide, it means our presentation is done already. If you still have any question, feel free to ask us through chat box, and as soon as possible, we will try to answer your question. And for the closing, thank you for your attention in attending our presentation, and I hope you will get such a good insight. It can add in your knowledge after you watch our presentation. For the closing, let us say goodbye and thank you for watching.